What is up, everyone? We are back with some more Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, and we're here to look at the new Final Fantasy VI crossover banner for Aerith, the Terra outfit, costume, and just answer that question of should you pull. So let's take a look at this thing and see what we got going on here. So first off, let's just look at the outfit itself. Overall, this outfit fits Aerith great. Like, this looks awesome. The different, design. I mean, this is it's Terra's outfit from Final Fantasy VI, but it looks so good on Aerith. Like, I really like the overall look of it. The only thing I have an issue with is like the heels. They look way too big for her feet. But other than that, like, I think the rest of this looks great. Let's look at the stats of it. So first off, physical and magic ward. So we have a physical and magic defense plus 15%. Again, that's just for herself though. It's not across to everybody else. And then we get the physical buff debuff extension. This is that Arcanum. So everything gets extended by 60%. This, I feel it was similar to some of her other costumes here. I can't remember if I pulled all of them or not. Let's take a quick look real quick. Yeah, I did. Yeah, so this is kind of like the Bahamut's protection. I mean, this provides that physical magic defense plus 10%, which the other one's just 15. And then, yeah, Chimera has the buff debuff extension of plus 60%, so it's a combination of these two. But this definitely gives more physical magic defense. It's plus 20 and then plus 15%. So if you have the Bahamut outfit, you're going to have more defense. If you have the Chimera outfit, you're going to have that buff debuff extension already. So if you've already got those things, you're really just pulling for the fact if you want those two things together or if you just want the look. If you have neither of those, this is actually a decent pickup for Aerith. Terra's Rod here. So when I first read the release of this stuff, I was under the assumption, because it said at max overboost after it mentioned these things, and so I read it as you had to have the max overboost to have all three resist downs. It's not the case, so that does make this weapon a little bit more desirable. So at base 5-star, deals 470% magic non-elemental damage to all enemies. Fire resist, ice resist, thunder resist, mid to high on all enemies for 20 seconds. Boost HP of plus 40. So if you're main handing this, you're at that 60% boost of HP. Only 12 on the buff debuff extension, so 40%. You mix that with her outfit, you're at 100%. Magic attack boost, and then a all cure spell. So overall solid, even at just 5-star. Getting a single copy of this and boosting it up to or whether it be 3-star, 4-star, then using weapon parts to get it to 5-star, or pulling for a 5-star version, this is not a bad idea. Now you get up to OB6. Buff debuff change, or the boost HP changes to plus 54, so you're just a point away from plus 80%. Buff debuff has gone to 27, so you're at 120%, plus the 60% from the gear, so 180%. And again, like I said, you've gone from mid to high to high to high. It just takes one cast to do the high debuff. Lasts for 25 seconds. You're at that 60% magical non-elemental damage to all enemies. If you do take it up to OB10, 750% there. It still stays high to high, but it lasts for 35 seconds. That's a big increase. I mean, that 10 seconds is huge. Just going from OB you know, just the regular 5-star to OB1 or OB6, sorry. Getting that high to high is also a huge hit. So honestly, you can't go wrong at any of these, in my opinion. Whether you pull for 1, you pull for OB6, or you pull for OB10, they all are good. Boost HP plus 62, so now you're at the 80%, just a few points away from the 90%. Buff debuff extensions at 39, so 150%. And again, you're not too far away from the 180%. Solid weapon, solid gear for Aerith. Like I said, though, if you have that Bahamut gear, even honestly the Kimura, that outfit, other than looks, becomes a little less desirable. Like I said, it still looks great. The weapon is amazing. I'll kind of get to whether I'm going to be pulling on this or not. Plus, let's also not forget that this has a 1.5% appearance rate, so that's really going to help versus just the 1%. So that's an amazing thing. And then let's talk about her ultimate weapon here. So the Princess Guard. So it has Jubilation. Get back to that. Restores all allies for 30% of the respective HP. Again, maximum HP is flat out. You know, they get 30%. No questions asked. All their ATB gauges are increased by +3. So this is like taking her, I think her free ult, or when I say free, her exchange ultimate weapon, and mixing this with her Bahamut gear weapon on steroids, because that only gives the 1 ATB. This gives 3. So that alone is absolutely huge. And then has a boost heal and then regen boost, which I think if we go to, don't know if we can see it in the wish list. Cannot. Trying to see if we can see it anywhere in here. But that regen boost grants regen to all allies at the start of battle. So that's huge. Oh, it might actually be under the I think we can see it under the exchange. Hang on. Go to the right screen here. Bingo. Here we go. So you get this to 120. That regen boost at 25 points applies regen to all allies when battle begins. So you can cast it starting at 60 seconds. This will last for 60 seconds. So for 60 seconds, you're going to have a regen. That is huge. I mean, for some battles, that's a huge chunk of the battle. And then you get 2 uses. So absolutely amazing. Sorry, so it's 20 seconds for the initial charge and then 60 for the second. Heal, that +20. So I mean, you're going to get a 30% healing potency boost. And the fact that it's going to give you it's 30% of max HP to all allies, regardless of what the healing potency is huge. And then that 3 ATB gauge. This weapon's amazing. This ultimate weapon's absolutely awesome. In comparison to her other one here, 50% of healing potency. So this one is capped by healing potency. It does do regen just for 3 seconds. However, it does remove that physical attack down, magic attack down on allies, which is a huge thing. So it's not, this is still a good weapon, but this draw version of the ultimate weapon is so much better. However, the odds are super low to get this. You're at 0.31% of pulling Aerith's ultimate weapon. No, 0.3%. I should. This is 0.31 to get a 7-star or 6-star, and of that 0.31, 0.3% of it is Princess Guard. So super low. Do not pull on this banner just for the ultimate weapon. If you're pulling on this banner, it obviously should be for the Aerith gear here. I do suggest pulling for at least one copy of this. The fact that this is a resist down weapon is absolutely huge, and can be super useful in the future. Obviously it's useful for this current story arc with Kefka, but it's going to have a lot of use that can now free up a potential weapon for a different character who was debuffing. You know, maybe now instead of having that debuffer, you have another DPS. So you can have 2 DPS, and Aerith can heal and buff. So it's a possibility. I think this is definitely worth a pull. Like I said, at minimum, getting a 3 or 4 star version that you can use weapon parts to get to 5 star, or get that 5 star version. Is it worth going through 12 stamps to get the outfit? Again, if you don't have that Bahamut gear or you don't have the Kimura gear, this is a solid pickup. If you do, if you want the look of it, like I said, I will be pulling on this at least to get the 5 star, whether that means I have to go to stamp 6 or I'm lucky to get a 5 star on the first pull, whatever. I will be eventually pulling to get this. I think I'm going to wait a little bit longer, kind of see what's going to happen with the other banners. Obviously we're going to be getting 10 free tickets from our login bonus, so that's going to help. But overall, yeah, I think this is a good banner to pull on. How far you pull, it's kind of dependent on how many crystals you have. Like I said, a single copy of this weapon is awesome. If you get the ultimate weapon as well at the same time, even better. The gear, like I said, is more dependent on what you already have for Aerith. But we're going to go ahead and call that one here, guys. Hopefully that gives you some insight into my thoughts on this and helps you to make a better decision on whether or not to pull on this banner or not. Like I said, I do think this banner is a win, and I will be doing at least one pull on it here in the very near future. So we're going to call that one here. Thanks for watching, guys. If you do like what you see, if you'd like to drop that like, comment, or subscribe if you're not already, that'd be absolutely amazing. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.